Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of World Visions. So I worked on Saturday, I have my Sundays off, and I was going to get ready to go to bed around 3 a.m. because I usually like to do like half of a break, so to speak, after I work because I work night shift. So ideally, I want to wait a few hours into past midnight on my time zone and then go to bed. So therefore, the following night, I can do the full adjustment back to a normal routine. And then when I saw the notice board, I was like, man, I gotta make this video now. If you haven't checked out the World Divisions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius update number 6, go do so right now. Pause my video and go check it out. I don't want to ruin the surprises for you. But if you want your surprise ruined, keep watching this video. We will be having maintenance tomorrow night, so bear in mind that it is going to be a shorter day. So get your farming for your raids done, get whatever it is that you need to be doing done as quickly as possible, and then you can relax for the rest of the night. Now, let's go ahead and get into the nitty and gritty. Nitty and gritty. All the greedy might still be used in this sense, but nah, we're not going to go negative here. We're going to go positive because getting a brand new unit that's exclusive, maybe not necessarily exclusive, but definitely original and global, is always a good thing. Obviously, I felt it's kind of weird to be doing this during Christmas, especially since that they could have just done something completely, I don't know, off the map or off the grid type of feeling, right? But I can't really complain here per se, but at the same time, it's really hard to kind of contemplate what they're thinking here is to give us like seriously, a unit that almost everyone is broke for. I think this is a great time to re-roll if you are so inclined to do so for this brand new unit. But I don't really know if he's really worth it. But having seen his kit, it does look pretty sweet. And I'm talking about Duane Johnson right here. Duane, Mr. Limited Duane. He's going to be a Dark Knight of Remorse, a global original unit. Alongside, we're going to be also getting a brand new UR Vision card that's global original, I believe. Irresistible Darkness? Actually, I'm not really sure if it's global exclusive. It doesn't really actually say, but let's just take a look at the card first and get that out of the way. It has to be, right? Because this is Duane on the card. I don't think JP has this, but let's check it out. Attack up, magic attack resistance up, slash attack up. All makes sense. Activation, yep, definitely. Duane Johnson gets a dark attack up. Duane. I'm gonna have to get used to saying Duane for the next couple of weeks because Duane is gonna be on everyone's mind because Duane is very special looking, right? I believe he's from the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius world. So it kind of makes sense that he is on Global War of Divisions because we did get Frevia. Now, a lot of folks didn't like the idea that Frevia was exclusive to Global and that was a limited unit, and I don't think this is going to be any different in terms of feelings. Duane is exclusive and limited. You know, I'll be honest, a lot of people are telling me that content creators are kind of running dry in terms of content, given the fact that we're going into hibernation mode, right? Essentially, that's the new terminology now. Everyone's going to hibernation because of the fact that Global is essentially trying to wait out the EX Job 25. But this throws a little wrench in, and I'm not sure who or what they're thinking about when they decided to do this, because clearly the whales are going to go after this unit, the Krakens, and if you will, and they're going to have a lot of fun with this unit. But we just got Kane on Final Fantasy IV, right? A dark unit. I mean, mind you, is a piercing unit. It doesn't really have too much relevance in terms of comparison, in terms of attack, but another dark unit, and on top of it, right after Final Fantasy IV, I'm really beginning to think that the game is really trying to drive away free-to-play players. Maybe that's a negative way of looking at it, but the chips are stacking, you know, against the companies, and so we're gonna have to see how the community are gonna be receptive or not of this situation. Now, obviously, most of it should just skip because there's no reason to get him. He looks cool, great, right? Is he gonna add anything additional to your team? Probably not, but there is something special about him, and let's talk about him right now, as quickly as possible. He has this special skill that removes re-raise from target, then deals large damage and reduces AP. Now clearly this is targeting the upcoming Yuna, right? Because Yuna it's light, and this unit is dark, and is countering the re-raise aspect of Yuna. So it makes sense. So what does this mean? It just means that the top echelon of Arena Ladder are just gonna have this unit battling out against Yuna's and essentially wallet versus wallet. And I think that may be a great topic, wallet versus wallet. For the rest of us, most of us probably don't really care too much. I think a lot of people are starting to save gems for Yuna, for the future, for, I don't know, whatever purpose that they're thinking. But this is clearly pretty much a hard counter against Yuna, right? It's strong against magic with a vision card paired with him, and he's designed, technically speaking, to kill her. So I think I don't have to be a genius to figure that out. And I think that's not too shabby for Global. It kind of shows us the fact that Global is willing to go this route of trying to produce more balance in the JP counterpart. And I think this actually may make some of the JP players a little bit more irritated at the fact that, you know, they haven't been feeling too comfortable where the game is going direction, but the Global seems to be perhaps a better version of the game. Maybe, right? Maybe. Now let's talk about the fact that Luartha is coming as well, a double gunner of the fire element, and a unit that I'm actually looking forward to getting. But I think most people understand now more and more that you don't really need units, and in actuality, units that are in the database that are not limited or exclusive, you shouldn't really worry too much about them. They'll most likely fall in your lap. However, bear in mind, again, it does make it much harder if you get this unit later on, which I'm sure I will, that in order to catch up building her, it's going to take quite a long amount of time. Which I'm okay with, because most of you should have way too many units that you need to be building anyways. Let's talk about Titus. When I first saw this name Titus, I was thinking I'm going to mispronounce his name and say titties, because that is a crude joke. And I thought about it long and hard, but Titus, either way it sounds terrible. Don't know who decided to sit here and create this name. It's a really crappy name. It's gonna have joke. He's gonna be the butt of the jokes for a very long time, right? But it is an MR unit, and it is dark. Very surprising. So we are gonna finally get our first dark tank, if you will. And I'm actually looking forward to Titus. I always loved Titus my entire life, and I am gonna be stopping right now. Alright, I'll stop. You know what's really funny is the fact that the only thing they can show off is Saintly Wall. That's the only thing they're gonna do ability overview. Man, that is pretty rough. We talked about the card, we talked about the new units, and if you're looking for any of these units, I wish you luck, right? I'm not gonna bother summoning any of these. I mean, Duane is just... It's too funny to me that they're already releasing a counter to Yuna in anticipation of Job EX25, which essentially means we're gonna get Duane coming back pretty soon after Yuna tears up Arena and tears up PvE content for a little bit, right? Because ideally, I think a level 99 should be able to still tear her up. So it's gonna be very interesting, and this is very interesting indeed. I didn't expect this coming. It's literally like Gumi and Square Enix threw a big ass curveball, right? Because people were asking me, they're like, hey Nash, let's hear about what your prediction is for this following week during Christmas time. Because are we gonna get Victoria? Are we gonna get Venera? Are we gonna get those two units that are Christmas dressed? And I said no, we're gonna get nothing. I think it's gonna be a very chill week. I don't think they want us to be doing anything for Christmas. But man, I'm a little wrong. But I guess the Kraken's gonna be working pretty hard to get this unit up and running. We're gonna see some content creators really go crazy on Duane perhaps. And I know there are gonna be guaranteed folks out there that are already, you know, pulling their should you save or should you summon trigger on their videos, and I'm not bothering with these videos anymore. I think it's pretty clear cut that the free-to-play players are being ignored, so to speak, in this situation. So not much to really talk about there. However, we're all gonna get a brand new chapter in the story for those of you who are interested. Chapter 11, Scene 1, great stuff. Honestly, I don't really care about the story anymore because it started getting really lame and boring. I'm just looking forward to the story because I really want the extra bonus materials. Now, bear in mind, we're going to be getting reruns pretty much from here forth, right? But there is going to be a brand new item, I believe. I don't think we ever had this item. And that is the Healing Mace. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Put in that comment section below if we already gotten this item. I don't think so. But Healing Mace obviously is going to be very good for many of the units in this game, such as, I guess, any of the Mace users, obviously. And we have quite a few of them, mainly Mashity, of course, Little Leela, Eldyra, if you really want to put them in that healing role. This is going to be a great item. Probably we'll be all farming. And we should be farming. And of course, always farm your books. Farm, farm, farm. Man, it takes a lot of books to get your equipments up. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't care about class match. I won't talk about it. For those of you who are obviously interested, just go ahead and read that on your own. I just like to talk about stuff that honestly interests me more or less. And many of those of you who've been watching my content since the beginning of the channel's birth know that I'm really kind of a anti-PvP type of person, especially in mobile games. But I participate what I feel like I need to participate in order to get the materials that I need for either content creation or for my own personal game. All right, I think that's all the time I have for this video. I was pleasantly surprised, and at the same time, you know, I felt a little weird when I first saw Duane. You know, we're gonna have to see how the community are gonna be receptive of this unit, or, you know, receptive of the marketing strategies the company are utilizing. I'm really interested in your comments. Please put that in the section below. What do you think about where, you know, what they're doing with these type of strategies? Is it appropriate, or is it more seem like, you know, it's kind of weird and off-putting? Either way, I hope you guys have a great week, because this is Christmas week. I will not be doing anything on Christmas Day at all, but most likely, since Christmas falls on a Friday, there's a possibility I might move my stream that I normally would be doing on Friday to a Saturday if you guys are interested. Either way, if you're interested in discussing this topic, put in the comment section below or jump into Discord where I will be linking you my invitation to you guys. All right, until next time, take care of yourself. Happy holidays, Nashtaters and family out of here. Peace out.